Have you ever built something that worked perfectly but looked absolutely terrible? I've definitely been there. I'm a developer, I build AI systems, I ship things to production. But design? That's usually where things start to fall apart. And the frustrating part is a bad UI makes people think your tech is bad. So in this video, I want to show you something important. How a nerd, someone like me with zero design background, can still knock out a really solid professional looking UI. You don't need to spend 12 months to learn how to use Figma, you don't need to beg your designer friend or pay for a freelancer to work for your side projects that don't really have any profits. In this video, I will show you how to vibe code a website UI and also wrapping it into a product demo. Wasn't a tech stack I have personally experimented. Those AI tools will give you enough leverage to help you ship ideas in a presentable way. The first one we need to decide is design style. You can't simply say something too vague like freestyle or be creative. That doesn't work. If you are too vague, the LLM will default to the same thing every time. Blue gradients, purple accents, and a very obvious AI-looking website. Although it doesn't look terrible, you don't want your site to look the same as other 500,000 sites out there. There's a really good resource I used called UI UX Pro Max Skill. This site gives you the prompt templates for different design styles across a wide range of categories. When you browse through it, you will notice the designs have a very clear variety. They don't all look the same. If you are still not sure what styles you're after, check out the GitHub repository. There is a file with 58 different design styles. Each one comes with keywords, descriptions, and even animation suggestions. This is a very good starting point if you don't know what to ask for. The second thing I define is color. And here's a simple rule I strongly recommend. Do not go beyond 3 colors. For this example, I'm redesigning a website for my friend's accounting firm. The prompt I use is intentionally very simple. I told the Stitch, design a website for an accounting firm in Australia using a modern minimalist style with a white background and blue as the primary color. That's it. Now, after a couple of minutes, you will see a full website design generated inside the Stitch canvas. One feature I want to show you first is that you can mark up a specific area of the design. You literally just draw a box or circle around the section. In the chat, you can just ask Stitch to improve that area. The next feature is called Edit Theme. When you click on Edit Theme, you will see a toolbar appear on the right hand side. From here, you can control light mode or dark mode, overall color scheme, corner radius, and fonts. Once you apply the theme, Stitch will start generating a new version of the design. After a short wait, you will see the updated site. Now, if you are still not fully satisfied with the design, there's another really useful feature called Generate Variation. This lets you ask Stitch to create multiple alternative designs based on the same concept. On the right-hand side toolbar, you can specify how many variations you want, the creativity range, custom instructions, and what aspects to vary. You can pick layout, colors, images, fonts, or even text content. You hit generate, wait a couple of minutes, and the Stitch will give you multiple design options to compare. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part. At some point, we need to turn this into real code. We are exporting real usable HTML code. All you need to do is click copy code to clipboard. What Stitch does is combine all the pages into single HTML file. And that's it. You can now paste this directly into any coding agent or IDE, whether it's a Claude Code Cursor, VS Code Copilot, or anything else. In my case, I used Antigravity because it's free and Google offers a very generous tier where you can use models like Claude 4.5 Opus for free. In the next step, I will show you exactly how we take this HTML file and pass it into a coding agent and turn it into a real Next.js application. We just need to paste the HTML code that we got from Stitch into Antigravity and name the file design.html. That's it. The file now represents our design. After that, we go to the chat window and pasting our prompt. The prompt itself is pretty simple. We tell the AI to use design.html as a reference and use Next.js version 15.5.9. I normally want to fix one version prior to its latest release to make sure AI model's training data has got it covered. This is a relatively simple site. Claude 4.5 Opus will nail that easily. So if you are not a developer, don't get too hung up by the IDE and the terminal. You just need to follow my steps. You will find that you probably don't actually need too much coding skills to get this done. The second step is to set up the Next.js project using the app router. This follows a pretty typical Next.js project setup. Claude already know how to do this. The third step is to create the pages based on the design we already have. If the AI needs any other clarification, I normally leave a sort of like a cover up a prompt here. And I normally add, if AI needs any other clarification, please ask me. For this simple site, it will just take Claude about 5 minutes to get it done. Then you can just run the usual command npm run dev to spin up the website. Or you can just ask the coding agent to spin up the site locally for you, depending on how much coding experience you have. One thing I really like about Antigravity is that it includes a browser tool. You can ask the AI to actually click through the website and check things for you. Similar to how you would use Playwright or browser use tools, Antigravity uses a similar approach to navigate through the site, check pages, and do self-checking, to take notes and to see if there's any bugs. The next step is to go to GitHub and create a new repository. You can name it to whatever you want. For now, let's just call it Vibe Design Demo. Once the repository is created, you run a standard git commit and then git push to the remote repository. Nothing too special here. Again, if you are not a developer, ask the coding agent to do this for you. Once your repository is pushed to GitHub, the next step is to bring this to life. For a simple company website like this, the easiest option is to use Vercel. You go to Vercel, create a new project, and it will ask whether you want to import a GitHub repository. We just click import. Vercel links the repository and then deploys the site. Now, after our site is live, we need to do some marketing. Let's create a product mockup that we can use for marketing purposes. If a designer were doing this from scratch, it will probably take at least a full day. I'll show you how to do it in 5 minutes. The tool I use is called Levart. First, we find a product mockup we really like from the internet. There are lots of free resources out there. Our task is simply to replace the images in the original mockup with our actual website. To do this, we use a tool called Go Full Page. Go Full Page takes a screenshot of the entire web page without us needing to scroll. So first we capture the full desktop version, then we open the browser inspector, switch to the mobile view, and run Go Full Page again to capture the full mobile version. Now we have both views. Next, we drag the download images into Levart's canvas. We select the original product mockup and write a simple prompt. Levart automatically detects the images on the canvas. We tell the AI This is a product mockup, and we want to replace the original images with the screenshots we captured. We include both desktop and mobile images in the chat. Then we wait about 2 to 3 minutes. Lavat generates a complete product mockup using our real website images. Lavat is a great tool for users who want to create professional level mockups but don't know or don't want to spend too much time on grinding mockups in Figma. It has a few pretty cool features. You can click edit elements. It will decompose the elements from the AI generated images. Then you can modify them individually. You can click edit text. This one will extract all the text elements and have a edit window on the right hand side for you to update the text. It also has the basic tools similar to the ones in Figma, like shapes, text box, etc. That's the end of this tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed it. For more courses and detailed instructions, feel free to visit our website, euclideanai.com. Thank you very much and see you next time.